Hi, welcome to NDD Connects, behind the scenes with Newport Downtown Development. For those of you who don't know, I'm Felicia Updike, the Associate Director of NDD, and with me today I have Emily Smart, Board Member and Chair of our Marketing Committee. Thanks for coming.
Thanks for having me.
So what brought you to the NEK from Tennessee about 5 years ago now?
Yeah, I've been here 5 years. A lot of things, really. First of all, there's no snow in Tennessee, and I really love snow. And I know a lot of locals are like, oh, get me out of this snow. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm ready for summer and these warm temperatures. And
Well, I mean, it's snowing today.
It's snowing today, but I don't know when this is going to air. It was snowing the day we filmed this. I'm really excited about sun, but I love the seasons because you have this great summer, and the summer in Tennessee is so hot.
It's so
summer
hot.
here is gorgeous.
It's so hot.
Yeah, you lived in Tennessee, you know.
I did.
Yeah,
I did.
So really, climate, the climate here is just amazing. It's safe. It's affordable. It doesn't feel affordable. Nothing feels affordable right now, but
comparatively,
relatively, yeah.
So you got involved with NDD, I think, a couple years ago. So how did that all happen?
Yeah, I think it's been maybe 2 years. So I started out showing up to the events crew meetings. I just wanted to find a way to connect with my community. I'm pretty passionate about giving back. I think it's completely okay to be selfish in this regard. I think a lot of people think that volunteering is altruistic, but it's okay to be selfish. Like I don't volunteer because I'm altruistic. It doesn't necessarily make me a good person. I do it because it makes me feel good about me. That's just my hot take. But so I started showing up to events meetings, and it kind of just went from there. I think you're the one that nominated me to be on the board. I
roped you into all of this.
Yeah, in my real job, I am a technical consultant, and I've worked with nonprofits and associations for about 15 years now. So I've seen a lot of examples of good steps that nonprofits are taking, like processes and procedures, not like mission statements, and a lot of examples of how nonprofits are struggling. And so I also have my MBA, and I think, a lot of those things contribute. At least I hope they do. Yeah.
They do.
Yeah, thanks.
And then you are also the chair of our marketing committee. So how did that all happen?
Well, I'm not really sure. That's a
besides me and Rick convincing or just volunteering you.
Yeah, I think anybody that knows Rick for Chase knows that he likes to find people's passions. He likes to plug you into the community, so you can fill a void. And I don't have a marketing background per se, but like I said, I've worked with a lot of nonprofits. I see a lot of marketing efforts through my work. I did a little bit of marketing study in getting my master's. So I don't really know beyond that how I got roped into that, but I enjoy it. We have a great group.
I was gonna say, can you name some of the people on the marketing committee?
Oh, that's really putting me on the spot. Yeah, we have
I can help, but
Carrie Schultz, who is a work from home employee. We have
who's
Sam,
actually in marketing.
who actually does have a marketing background, so she should be chairing this committee. We have Sam Karras, who runs Stubbs Doghouse. We have Jenna Schladke, which works in education out in Derby, I believe. You're there, Rick's there. Dave LaForce, who of course owns Built by Newport. Who am I forgetting?
Brian Maravich.
Brian Maravich, of course. Brian is fantastic. He does a lot of the marketing efforts for NDD, including most of the filming and photography. He's fantastic, and he helps with our website.
Yeah, it's a good group.
It's a great group, but we're also looking for more. Yeah. So if you like social media,
I would love people to take social media off my hands. No, just kidding. I love marketing so much that I'm going back to school for it, and so I'm really glad that I can also contribute to the marketing committee other than it just being my job to help out and stuff. So I love this committee. I love all the creativity that goes into it, and you don't necessarily have to have a marketing background to do it, because I think just all of us working together and being creative I think really helps. So what are some of the projects that the marketing committee is working on?
Well, I think you kind of hit on it there. Like, we really just bring all the things that NDD is working on to the table and talk about what are some ways we can incorporate that into marketing. Like, this filming right here is one of our efforts, right? Just talking to the community about what we're doing, social media, all the ways to get the message out. But the specific projects we're working on, the master plan, right? We were a big part of that, and helping to figure out, like, do we need a community event? How do we post on social media? What actions do we take? Now, let me just be really transparent. I don't feel like we're nailing it. Like, I feel like we have a lot of room for growth, but we're trying, and we're almost exclusively volunteer. You're the only employee there, and you started out as a volunteer as well. So,
yeah, I think with marketing, I feel like it's such like an evolving thing. So even though some of us might have, background in it or going to school for it, it's forever changing and based on our community.
Yeah.
A lot of people here, I feel like in our community, get a lot of stuff off social media, and that may not be the case in other areas. And so just figuring out what that is, like for the master plan, we did that mailer, and I feel like that was a really good step for us to get it out to everyone in the community.
Yeah, that's a good call out. So yeah, we're always looking at all the different avenues, and we realize that we're just a small group, so we may not be aware of all the things. So I always implore the community, give us feedback, let us know what we're doing right, let us know where we can improve, and if you want to get involved, of course,
yes,
we'd love to have you.
And I also think what we're trying to work on, which is going to be helpful, is like the education part of it. So, with our master plan and becoming a TIF district and whatnot, okay, so what does that mean?
Absolutely.
And I think everyone learns differently. So creating something that's visual or more textual or, and so just developing ways to educate the community, whether it's housing or TIF or even just what NDD and who we are, I think is going to be really helpful.
Yeah, I think that's a good point. I feel like the best educators I've had in my life have been able to give the same message 10 different ways, right? Because everyone learns and receives information differently, and I think that is a big part of marketing and education. Like, what we're doing as marketing committee is in a large in part educating. In the TIF district, it's very complex. I still don't think I have my head fully wrapped around it, but I did ask ChatGPT to explain it to me like I'm a third grader, and it did a great job. So we're getting there, and we're just going to continue down that path.
And we just got back from Main Street America conference. It was in Philly.
Yeah.
And Emily and I went with Rick and two other board members, Dr. Malik and Dave LaForce. Yep. It was a blast.
It was.
It was a blast. But we did learn a lot, and I really liked how the five of us were able to split up into different sessions, and so we didn't really miss anything.
Yeah.
And I felt like we came back with a lot of knowledge that we can implement into our marketing and into the board as well, since you are a board member. And so, yeah, we're excited to have all that information.
Yeah, that's such a good analysis. Because there were five of us, I mean, I don't know how many sessions there were at any given time, probably at least 10. This conference was much larger than my expectation.
Yeah, I think the number was like 2,500 people.
Yeah, at least.
Yeah,
at least. So every night we would sit down and we would go through the next day's schedule, and we'd figure out like what's most important to Newport, and we would assign people to go out to the different sessions. So we were really able to cover a lot of ground, and wow, I had no idea the resources that are out there. There's so many apps that are super affordable that can help us do a better job. Just reaching small businesses, promoting our town, making sure we're doing sustainable growth. I mean, all the things. It blew my mind that this work is happening out there. I really don't think I was prepared.
Yeah, neither was I.
I was exhausted when we got back.
In a good way.
In a great way. I just felt like a sponge the whole time. It was fantastic. I'm so glad I went, and I cannot wait to start implementing some of the things that we saw and learned there.
Dave mentioned this morning, I saw him this morning, and he said it was a fire hose.
Yes.
Of information. And I said, yes. And we're still trying to process it. And yeah, so it was exciting. And downtown Newport also got Main Street accredited. So we filled out an application. So we met a certain level of a bar to become a designated downtown, but then also to be accredited to be a Main Street America downtown. So we're still kind of learning what all that is, but it gives us access to tons of resources, grants, a lot of help, and it kind of just acknowledges that we are a downtown.
Yeah, and we're doing the work.
We're doing the work, and we're growing, so we can only go up from here. So that was some exciting news that we got when we were there. Ways to get involved.
Oh, so many ways.
So many ways.
So I think if you care about Newport and you want to make Newport, I mean, I want to say at large, but mostly we're focused on downtown. We're Newport downtown development, after all. If you want to make it a better place and you feel like you have a voice or you have time or, excuse me, any of the things, reach out. You can certainly message me. You can message Felicia or Rick. If you go to discovernewportvt.com, there's like a contact us section.
Yep, and my email's listed. I'd recommend emailing me. We'll grab a cup of coffee, figure out where we can plug you in. We have so many different avenues.
Yeah, there's events, which I think is kind of the gateway.
Yeah.
Right? So our events, we do the Forge Festival, which is kind of evolving.
Spring, I was actually going to mention that, but thank you.
Sorry, don't jump.
No, it's okay.
Pause.
No, we'll talk about events.
Yeah.
So events coming up that I would want to put on everyone's radar. April 22nd, the Mem for Magog Science and Education Center is having their open house at the Gateway from 4 to 7.
Yeah.
We are actually both on the board for that organization. So we're both really excited about it, but I think that's a huge asset to our town to have the education center. And John Aldrich is doing a great job with programming and relating it to the floating classroom. So their open house is coming up on April 22nd, Earth Day.
Yeah, let me just pause there. You've got to go see this space. If you have kids, even if you don't have kids, if you have grandkids, you have neighbors, whatever.
I mean, I enjoy the sand fixture thing.
I mean, I have a 16-year-old. He's probably not going to go, but I love it. I just want to go play with all the things. It's so interesting. It's all about our local area and the biodiversity here. It's phenomenal. John, kudos to John. Yes, sorry.
Yes.
Please continue.
No, it's okay. May 10th is the bike rodeo at the hospital. The rec committee is putting... What was
Bike rodeo. You just want to see somebody out there with a lasso.
Well, wear cowboy hats.
Yeah.
Carter Finnegan is on the rec committee, and she's a council member, but she is the head of the bike rodeo, planning all of that. We're just supporting in any way we can, but it's going to be really cool, really fun. There's going to be raffles for bikes. There's going to be a course for kiddos, and then there's also there's just a lot. There's a lot.
And one of the things I think we're going to work on that we actually learned about at Main Street in America was the different laws and rules about the different types of bicycles. I had no idea. I thought a bicycle was a bicycle. Turns out there's 10 different types of bicycles now. It's fascinating. So there's going to be a lot of information, not just for kids.
No,
if you are a bicycle enthusiast on any level,
or even just want to learn how, there's going to be e-bike demos.
Yeah.
Apparently there's going to be a blender to make milkshakes with the bike.
I can't wait. I'm going to make my own milkshake, I hope. I will probably be so exhausted, I hope I can drink it.
So that's May 10th at North Country Hospital parking lot. It will be all over social media and flyers and stuff very shortly. And then May 19th is our Spring Festival that NDD is putting on, Forge and Flourish. And that's going to be May 19th, Sunday at the Municipal Gym from 11 to 3. There's going to be vendors, there's going to be speakers, there's going to be tons of crafts for adults and kids. There's some really exciting adult crafts. Emily's going to teach how to make paper. That's more of an adult craft. And there's going to be bee hotel making. Anyways, there's going to be really cool crafts. A lot of fun educators there too. There's going to be native plants and seeds and seed swapping. Anyways, it's going to be really, really fun. So that's May 19th. And we're excited to bring that back because last year it went really, really well.
Yeah. So I think to summarize, NDD does a lot of events, but a lot of these are not sponsored by NDD, or maybe we help sponsor it, but they're not organized by NDD, but we help support a lot of events in the area. Yeah.
Those are the ones coming up. So that's one way you can
That's one way you can get involved.
Back to that.
Just to loop back to that conversation. So we're just looking for volunteers. I mean, you can give, maybe a little bit of time on the front end, helping design posters, or, like maybe if you don't want to be public facing, or if you do, you can show up at the event and help corral kids in the bike rodeo. There's so many ways to get involved. And like Winter Saturdays, big event we do. Wednesdays on the waterfront, we help
with the food trucks and our push carts.
Yep.
Also, we are hiring a push cart program manager. So that is on our Facebook, or you can email me for more details on that for the summer.
Can you say a little bit more about the push cart program? Because I'm not sure the word has gotten out on that. I think this is a fantastic program.
So NED designed these little like vendor carts. You guys might have seen them around last summer for Wednesdays on the Waterfront, and they're different colors. And they're very like customizable. When you open them up, you can put shelves. So you can sell pretty much anything that you want out of them. So NED, a bunch of volunteers, made 13 carts. The design was built by Newport, and then we put them all together and painted them. I mean, I watched and ate pizza while you guys put them together. But
I got to use power tools. It was fantastic.
So they are available for vendors to use during events. So we've tried it out a couple different times, very, very low cost because this is currently being grant funded. So if you want to sell stuff at Wednesdays on the Waterfront, or during the Pride Festival, during Fall Festival, all the festivals. Yeah. You can reach out to me and you can rent a cart for a month or a couple months or per event. Like I said, it's very, very low cost. So yeah, we're hiring a program manager for that to kind of just help corral the vendors and just so it's more streamlined. And because I have my hands in so many different other things, I really don't want this program to kind of get lost in it because I feel like it could really be something.
Yeah, so we're looking for somebody passionate that wants to get this program off the ground and really help market it and sell it. And I would say if you are a craftsperson or you have a small business, if you maybe are a little intimidated on how to get started, I think this is a great way because it is so low cost to get started. I don't remember the cost, but I know it's very affordable. Is it even free?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's free. It's free.
It's free. And I'm here to help. So, we wouldn't just like give you the card and say whatever, go.
Push you out in the street. We don't do that.
No, we're here to support.
Yeah.
So that's one way. And, we have so many different committees and a lot of behind the scenes stuff that happens. And so we always say, if you want to get involved, have a cup of coffee with me. We'll chat.
Yeah.
We'll figure it out.
Rick Ufford Chase and figure out what you're excited about and try to figure out how you can get involved. Even if it's not with NDD, if we talk and you've got a passion that doesn't align with us, but we know another organization, we'll help you get connected with them as well.
We really are just here to like help uplift downtown and make it
Absolutely.
What it can be. And so yeah. Well, thanks for joining me today.
Thank you.
You'll probably be seeing a lot more of Emily on our show, but thanks for joining NDD Connects behind the scenes of the Newport downtown development, and have a great day.